Okay, so what, we can start, but there's a little surprise for you because there's not 9 startups in the finals, there's actually 10 startups. And one startup is mine, and it is called Tellq, of course. So very shortly I will give you a presentation of my startup. So the first question, what is Tellq? Tellq is a Lithuanian national musical instrument that is called in English zither. Well, basically you can play with it. It has strings. So imagine a zither Tellq that is made completely out of decomposable materials. That means that Tellq is a sustainable, biodiverse business with scalable attitude. But the best part is that the strings of the Tellq are made of cannabis nanofiber. So when your Tellq decomposes, you can smoke the shit out of it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm already a winner. Yes, I know. And now let's start the real deal. Okay, so first of all, welcome on stage Yellow Hammock and its CEO, Simonas. A big round of applause.
Does the mic turn on? Oh, okay, it works. So went from 0 to 12K in 1 month in revenue. How we did it? Let's find out. So Facebook Messenger monthly has over 1.2 billion active users. So it's a great opportunity for businesses, and we use it. Yellow Hammock connects users to business. We do chatbots, but chatbots are a pretty common thing right now, but still, let's get over it. So we work with Sapiegos Bistro, we work with a lot of restaurants. So, as you can see, you can order from the menu. Let's order this lemonade. It looks so fresh. Let's see that. To order, gotcha, anything else? No, let's check out. Checkout built in. No need to install an app. Payment inside the Facebook Messenger. It's rapid and conversational user experience. And 48% better conversion rates than apps that do the same thing pre-ordering. And it also offers businesses a great opportunity to use Facebook advertising to its full potential. But what does the other side see? What does the business side see? Because that's the key differentiator of Yellow Hammock. So he sees a full package, the dashboard, where he can see everything the users have ordered, anything where to deliver it, and he can customize the chatbot. There's no need for a separate device. It's clean and customizable, has great user experience, and can be connected to other devices, so multitasking for the win. And this dashboard is already seen by Pasca Kino Teatras, Jurgis Androkonas, Homes.com. It's a pretty wide variety of clients that we have. But who is behind? Who are us? So they could trust us. So my name is Simonas Žilinskas. I'm an ex-NASDAQ worker at, I worked with customer experience for 3 years. Martinas Drobulis, our AI engineer that had some sweet AI touches to our chatbots. And our CTO, Vytautas Mikulainis, working with the interface. But the market is pretty crowded. We have Chatfool, we have Motion AI, to name a few. And they're pretty strong competitors, but they only offer a very, very small part of the whole chatbots business experience. We offer scalability, and we offer the whole package. In fact, yesterday, we made a deal with a food truck in the Waffle Lab, and we made a chatbot for them in 5 minutes. And that's how fast we can scale, that's how fast we do scale. But let's talk numbers. Our monthly revenue this month, we launched the 1st of May, is 12K. We have 18 customers, and we're expected to grow at a 20% rate till Q1 2018. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Your questions are more than welcome. Questions? Okay.
So could you talk a little bit about your sign-up process? Because you said you've been live for 3.5 weeks.
Yep.
And you have some customers that, I don't know them because I'm not from Lithuania, but could you explain the onboard? Did you already talk to them before you launched and got them to sign, or could you talk about how this went?
Yeah, we did talk to them before the sign. So we started the whole concept of Yellow Hammock 7 months ago, and we started preparing for them. We did the dashboard, we did the chatbots, and in the process, I did the sales, I sold them. We talked about the opportunity, we talked about their problems that they face, and we really customized it so it would help them save some money, save some time. Thank you for the question.
What is your business model? How you charge customers?
So our first customers, they paid at one time just so we could gather some data. But our classical subscription, we work on a classical subscription model. So there's a €10 fix plus 35 cents per conversation. Or a successful conversation, I should say, because you only pay for the amount of customers that paid for your product through the chatbot.
So you said that one of the differentiators between you and the competitors is that you do sort of everything. You had this slide where you just say, we do all. But what do you actually do that's just better, beyond doing everything? Do you have one thing that's just better?
Okay, so we have our main vertical, that is right now restaurants. Next up, we're expanding to e-commerce sites, but that's for a later time. Now we want to gather some data, some knowledge in that field. Thank you.
How are you acquiring users today?
Okay, right now we're acquiring users through cold calls and recommendations. That's our main marketing strategy. It's not really a strategy, but further on we are planning to do some social media because that's where our product is. That's how we're going to onboard some new customers. Thank you. Any more questions? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, thank you, Simonas. Yellow Hammock. Let's proceed. Up next, a startup called Fansy. Please welcome on stage CEO Konstantin.
Hi. There's still ticking from previous presentation. Can you reset it? Okay, thank you. My name is Konstantin. I'm founder of Fansy. Because not many of you are familiar with gaming industry, let me explain it using football metaphor. So imagine you're watching football match and see orange shoes on Ronaldo. There is no way to buy them right now. You don't know even the name or price of these shoes. This problem is even greater in gaming industry. Gamers love to watch how other people play games, and if they see a nice weapon that they would like to have, there is no buy button for them to make a purchase. That's actually what Fansy does. We enable gamers to buy whatever they see in gaming videos. Firstly, let me explain how free-to-play games make money and what actually gamers buy. So free-to-play games earn 30% of tier revenue by selling designs for weapons like this. So look at this weapon, for example. You can see the difference between free and paid version. So this paid version costs actually $10. And in last year, gamers around the world spent more than $5 billion on visual items, skins, and designs like this one. So Fansy uses computer vision to watch the video and recognize objects in real time. Then we search through the recognized objects on partnered marketplaces and game publishers for the best price. And we integrate directly into the video platform, our solution, and use revenue share monetization model. So game publishers and marketplaces share revenue with us, and we share that revenue with video platforms. Everyone wins. There's probably 1 billion hours of video recorded each year, and as we have highly efficient recognition algorithm, our infrastructure costs us only 2 cents per 1 hour of high-quality video processing in real time. That's because my co-founder and CTO has over 10 years of experience in the field of computer vision and image analysis, holding PhD in computer science. I'm an addicted gamer by myself, and I spent last 3 years working in one of the biggest game development companies in the world, Wargaming, with the game World of Tanks. To date, we've built recognition algorithm and infrastructure for 2 games. We arranged first partnership with platforms and marketplaces, and next 2 months we're going to launch first integration and get first revenue. Very fancy. We help gamers buy whatever they see in gaming videos. Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your competition and also about your Where do you stand with this application now?
So we have no direct competitors yet on the market, but right now people solve the problem asking in chat how we can buy this, or searching in Google. Okay, I saw this knife or this weapon on video, where I can buy it. So probably it's a lot of barriers right now. But I'm not sure that I heard well your second question. Can you repeat it, please? We're going to launch only in next 2 months, so the first revenue will be in 2 months. For to date, we have perfect recognition algorithms. We spent like 6 months building it, and now it's ready.
What's the biggest that this can become? Could you become $1 billion, and how?
We expect. There's one interesting story behind this. Gamers usually spend a lot of money. Those gamers who watch videos spend a lot of money in-game items just because content creators and professional esport players have trust of their community. So people would like to follow them and have same items that they have. And because these barriers, huge barriers right now, you can't buy anything from video, you don't even know the name. We expect that we'll raise this market to the sky because thousands of millions of people watch Twitch and live streaming and translations, and they will skyrocket game revenue significantly.
Have a question about your AI angle.
Yeah.
For the future, do you plan to have like self-learning algorithms which would think and pick like items for gamers, which they will be happy to have? And how do you really intend to do that? Because it's tough.
Yeah. So for the moment, we just recognize what people see, like this one. So if that is like kind of impulse purchases. I see this one, and I'd like to buy it right now. So we don't suggest anything. We just provide information, like this connection between these visual items and purchase that can be solved, that can be made in game shop.
And what about gaming companies? They can do also this business model?
No, they can't.
Why?
Because they don't have recognition. So because we're analyzing only video stream, we're not using like any integration with game publishers and game development companies. We're working only with video file, and so video file is like pre-recorded. So there is no correlation between this video and particular data feed in video games. So the only way to recognize items is to use computer vision.
And can you just talk a little bit more about the business model and how we will make revenue of your prospective customers?
So yeah, game publishers and marketplaces share.
And the time's up.
Okay,
sorry Fansy.
Thank you.
Okay. Show some love for Fansy and Konstantina. Okay, we continue. Up next, it's LitNet CEO and co-founder Serhii. Please welcome him on stage. Good luck.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Serhii, as this guy told. So let's talk about digital books. Do you know that market share of e-books in Britain and in US is more than 20%, and in Germany, in France, in Russia is less than 5%. Moreover, do you know that writers, even in Britain, well-developed market, has less and less revenues every year? But why? Piracy. Piracy is a problem of this market. Even if 3 markets, European markets, had the same level of share as 21%, they brought to publishers and to authors billions of dollars every year. So I and my partner, we worked together on literature market for more than 10 years. And we decided to find the answer for this simple question. The answer was incredibly simple. No incomplete books. No one pirate library publish incomplete books. But does it have sense for writers or publishers to publish incomplete books? How it works? For example, author start to publish his new novel chapter by chapter every day, and reader follow these editions. Then author asks to pay once if you want to follow the book till the end. So day by day, week by week, you follow till the book is complete. One payment for the complete book. Is it interesting for readers to follow these books, to read these books? 120 users every day says yes, because they visit our site 3 times a day and spend more than 1 hour with us. If they are they ready to buy this book, incomplete or complete? Yes, they are buying complete and incomplete books. Previous year we sold more than 120,000 incomplete books. This year we sold more. So we decided to work with publishers, and just previous week we launched publishers account. So we are moving to huge market of publishers and professional authors. Yes, we are creating new language versions, because now we work only with Russian one, and we are building a huge, big literature network, LitNet. If you want to see your photo in your school with words this famous writer studied in these rooms, so join us, start to write. If you want to see Jeff Bezos asking you to sell him your shares, to sell them to Amazon, yes, you have chance to invest now. Thank you. Try to write or to invest.
I'm not a writer myself, but I can imagine that every writer has their creative process of what they go to write a book. Could you talk a little bit, because my worry is that not maybe every writer is a fan of this way of distributing their book. Could you talk a little bit about what type of writers are currently using your platform? If those are really high-profile writers, or how would you segment them?
Every writer has his own process, but you have no need to publish at the same moment as you write this chapter. Many of our authors do in such a way, but you may prepare the whole book and then publish part by part and write another one. The only idea that is distinguishing for you is that you may sell more without piracy, because your ebook sales of the first month are the highest. So if you got pirate copy at the second day when you are on Amazon, you may count how many books you lost, because guys write you, I read your book, it's cool, but why didn't you pay? So that is why this platform is good for even publishers who has the complete book, and they may start publishing before a paper release. They promote the book, and at the day, and for example, finish the publishing on our platform months after the paper release. And as a reader, you follow the book. At the day of paper release, you decide, do you want to buy a paper one to know who kills the gardener, or you still wait till the end of such part-by-part publishing. So it works for both, for who write before and who is writing during the process of publishing.
Okay, how do you get paid, and how do you scale revenue generation? Who's your typical customer? How do you get more of them?
Typical customer is the same as a total book publishing market. Women 25 plus. About love, about fantasy, they are the most of them. Certainly young guys who like science fiction, prefer science fiction, and other people, but mostly certainly women. More women.
Customers.
Customers, they are growing, but you see, it's a problem for publishers, or maybe not a problem, but we are growing, but share of women is the same. No.
Can you tell a bit about your competition? Why can't Amazon do the same?
Yes, because they sell you the ready
And
file.
time's up. Thank you.
And they can't sell part by part.
Thank you. Okay, let's proceed further. And now I want to present to you a founder of Tellq. His name is Domas. Domas, you have 3 minutes to elaborate.
Hi everyone, my name is Domas and I'm the founder of Tellq, a web-based platform that enables you to never lose a customer's call. In e-commerce, missing calls equals losing revenue, so that's why almost every e-commerce above 1 million in revenue has a call center to manage incoming customer calls. The problem is that the companies still miss around 25% of their calls and misses a lot of opportunities. So small businesses do not have enough resources to invest in specialized solutions and hire professional staff, and 90% of them still uses hardware phones from local telecom providers. Tellq minimizes missed calls by 40% and makes sure that those calls that are still missed are returned within 15 minutes. 90% of the calls are returned at the end of the day and no single one is lost. So we created a unique workflow that utilizes available human resources in the most efficient way. So agents know who is calling, system urges agents to take one call after another, and missed calls are returned as soon as possible by automatically assigning them to the next available agent. All of our competitors are very generic call center solutions, so instead we developed Tellq to be a best solution for answering calls, returning missed ones, and managing those two tasks simultaneously. So our solution becomes more and more cognitive over time, and our aim in the near future is to replace call center manager at all, because we don't see reason why we need him anymore. So we proved our market fit in Lithuania, and we are growing 4 to 5 companies per month. We already generated 40,000 euros in 5 months, and our clients made over 500,000 calls using Tellq. So we started to implement our data-driven outbound sales strategy in UK, and our initial traction shows that the same problem exists in UK within our targeted e-commerce segment. So to be very specialized and to have a completely clear competitive advantage and to scale our product, we are integrating with e-commerce platform providers that our competitors do not have the strong presence in e-commerce, so this creates us a big opportunity to enter the market. We are a classic SaaS business with subscription-based pricing. We're targeting our annual contract value to reach 3,000 euros per customer. We reach the result within the team of 5 people. Our CTO made a call center software for Lead Desk, one of the most successful startups in Finland. And we are raising 400,000 euros for our seed round, and by the end of 2018, we are planning to have 260 paying customers and 100,000 in monthly revenue. Thank you.
About your future development, are you thinking about doing some NLP integration? And how would you be able to do that and scale that?
We are now integrated with Nexmo and for voice communication services. Yeah, so that's when you are integrated with such player as Nexmo, you can scale your software easily, and offer a good quality with favorable rates. Yeah. And also we are moving our data center to London, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit what is really special about your product to compete with giants like Cisco and Genesys?
So Cisco offers you just the tools to manage your call center, yeah? Our solution, you know, does a lot of job of call center manager, okay? So the solution calculates the best strategy, you know, the calls should be distributed among agents, and how to manage those two tasks, answering and returning the calls, because during the day, calls are distributed unequally, and during peaks, you will have missed calls, and even the big companies have that. So no matter how professional they are. So basically the task is how to manage those two tasks in the most efficient way, to utilize all your resources. And our goal is to replace call center manager to be a fully cognitive solution. So basically none of our competitors are going that way, I guess, to my knowledge, yeah.
Thanks for solid presentation. And what is your pricing model?
Subscription-based pricing per user, but we bill our clients annually. So we are like, they are prepaying us for the whole year.
So if you have no real competitors, what's your biggest risk, the biggest challenge you're facing?
I guess the biggest challenge comes from technical point of view. So basically, that's why we are integrating with Nexmo. You know, we have outsourcing some really professionals from telecom industry, you know, to help us build, you know, the infrastructure. This is the biggest challenge. Yeah, because it's not easy to create, you know, call center product. Yeah, but we are doing really well. Yeah. Yeah.
How did you fund your business up until now?
What do you mean by that? I'm sorry. Like,
how was it funded? Do you have already investors?
Self-funded. Like, first of all, it was founders' money, like my money and my friends, and now we like generating enough revenue to cover our expenses. Yeah.
Out of time. Thank you, Doma, so much.
Yeah. Thanks.
Good, let's delve further. Now it's time for Veleza and Eimantas, head of marketing and the biggest fashionista in town, as you can see. Oh yeah.
Cheers, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, the world of beauty industry is rapidly changing, and we are leading the innovations globally by connecting consumers, brands, and retailers. We have a mobile app that helps people to discover best matching beauty products. Our users rate thousands of products from around the globe, and collectively this makes up the most comprehensive product library in the world. More than 40,000 women in the UK already takes pride in contributing to unbiased product ratings and sharing their experiences. Our app is so addictive that they use it almost daily. We collected more than 500,000 of responses to product surveys in less than 6 months, and that lets us to cover 65% of beauty products in the UK. Veleza is run by serial entrepreneurs with multiple exits in the past, including our CEO, Martinas Nikolaevas, who most recently played an important role in making Treatwell a success in the beauty services space. Treatwell's exit was one of the biggest in Europe in 2015. We are the data company. We collect it, aggregate, and sell it. We integrate our consumer feedback, reviews, and photos into brands' websites and to increase their online conversions. We sell actionable market insights and allow narrowly targeted sample distribution. Beauty industry is still undisrupted, and cosmetics generate 320 billion euros in revenues globally. We already have revenues, and our projection for this year is to reach 1 million euros. We are already working with world's leading beauty brands and retailers. Brands need us so much that they are even fighting which country will be the next. We have Turkey, Canada, France, Russia, United States on the line too. Amazing products needs amazing talents, and we are looking for them to join our forces in Vilnius and London. I can introduce you to one of our investors, founder of lastminute.com, Brent Haberman, and believe me, he is one of the most amazing guys you will ever meet. Promise. All in all, we are a data-driven social technology platform for beauty that connects consumers, brands, and retailers. Thank you.
Hi, thanks for a good pitch. So can you elaborate on the business model? What kind of data you sell and to who and how do you package it?
Like first part of the question was like to whom we will sell our data. These are our clients right now. We are working very closely with the L'Oreal Group, and we are going to launch pilot in Germany within 1 month with Urban Decay and L'Oreal Paris. It's worth 100,000 euros, and we are selling we collecting a lot of specific features about users like skin type, their concerns like skin tone, and a lot of data about them, and then we actually know their relationship like with the products. So we know their sentiments, we know like trends in the industry, and so we can actually offer like very in-depth actionable market insights. And we also know about how they're doing in the market, about their competitors, and so on. So all of this we collect, we aggregate, and we sell it.
How much money are you looking for, and what the money will be used for?
Sure, that's a good question. Thank you. Currently, we are raising a seed round of 1 million euros. And we are going to use them to scale us into other countries because they are already in our line, and we need more resources in the product development. We need to boost our sales, and basically that's why we are looking more money. Because as I mentioned before, we are already looking to enter United States, France, Canada, Turkey, and maybe Russia.
Could you talk about the customer growth stats and what is your customer acquisition strategy?
That's an amazing question. I'm a marketer and I love this question. Like right now, we are growing like in active users like 20% month to month, a bit more, maybe 22. But my main focus is right now how to reach more than 500,000 in monthly active users in 1 year period. And I have like 7-8 main ideas how to do that, but I can like share 2 of them. One is brands actually want to enrich their CIM databases with our data. So they actually need to acquire users for us. So it's like reverse paid marketing. They paid us and they acquire users for us by using their social channels. And another is a good idea that brands are doing a lot of sample distribution within magazines, within prints. And we actually collecting the feedback, helping to collect the feedback for them with those magazines. And so basically they also have to acquire users for us if they want to get like in-depth feedback and market insights.
Okay, and time's up.
I saw that you have a question, so we can talk after the presentation.
Very short. Which of these products do you use yourself?
A lot of them, and I can share my experience later.
Okay. Good. Up next, it's SwitchRTC and Amir. Amir, welcome on stage.
So hi, I'm Amir, happy to introduce you with SwitchRTC. So enterprise communication is no longer about voice calls, it's about messaging and video collaboration. And Slack is introducing tremendous threats on the incumbent vendors like Microsoft and others that are all moving to this direction. The market is very, very big. And also over-the-top service providers are looking to provide collaboration services. We are serving this market today already. We released a PR yesterday with a service provider in Brazil over the top that is now upgrading for voice only to video and collaboration services to their customers. Video is huge. You can see what Cisco is saying about video from production perspective. And Facebook is saying that in 5 years, they will be all about video. Now, delivering real-time video to a large audience is required by many, many segments. For example, consumer video sharing. We're serving this market today as well. We have a customer in the US doing consumer video sharing. They have tens of millions of users. They're using SwitchRTC today in production for their new features, especially in order to be able to have interaction real-time of the viewers with the presenter. Other verticals that require this: online education, enterprise, trainings, gaming, gambling, homeland security, smart cities, and many, many more. The problem is that CDN technology they're using today, like Akamai, is not giving a good solution because of 3 reasons. 1, they are not native in the browser. 2, they introduce delay to the video stream of a few seconds, making it not really real time, and therefore you cannot have that interaction I spoke about before. What we do is, as someone who came from RandVision, a company that was public in NASDAQ, I was VP product there, and we did video communication solutions. We know that about the technology, and what we are doing is packet-by-packet manipulation in the RTP headers and quality and bandwidth management that we're doing and during the call in order to ensure good quality of the solution. We're using WebRTC on the client side. WebRTC is open source by Google. In the browsers today, you're using it because billions of people are using it today in Snapchat, Facebook Messenger, and many, many more. So when Google introduced WebRTC, they said, we're taking it to the client side. You, the industry, take care of the server side. And that's what we exactly are doing, SwitchRTC. We are a cloud-native, WebRTC-based selective forwarding unit that is built for scale. We have a solution that can be distributed globally with secured connections between the media servers. And we also have a cluster of servers that are, again, distributed globally, and they take care of the quality, the broadcasting, bandwidth management, and all of this to deliver very good quality to the viewers. We already have paying customers, as I mentioned before. We want to raise money in order to increase our sales and to accelerate development, and we're looking for $1 million. Thank you.
Very good pitch, thank you. Can you tell us about your team?
Okay, we are a team of 3 right now with some subcontractors in addition to that. My partner was the best developer at RadVision. That he has a lot of experience in everything related to real-time video distribution, and all the technologies that we have in our product today are derived from this knowledge of many, many years. I worked there for more than 10 years, so that's our expertise.
Can you tell us a little bit about your business model?
Yes. We have our current customers are paying us monthly fees that are based on the concurrent users that they have on our system, plus some initial fee and an upfront fee that they need to pay for licensing. So it's a combination of both of them. We have, this month we'll have like 12K revenue.
What's your exit strategy?
First of all, the CDN companies like Akamai, these are, at this point in time, there are potential customers, and once they will use our solution, they might make a decision. Towards the end of the year, we plan also to launch a service that will be WebRTC CDN. We already have the domain.
Okay, but do you envision a quick flip after all?
I shouldn't talk about this, but we can talk about it in person.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Moving on, now it's time for founder and CEO of Exponenta, Daria. Please welcome her on stage. Clap, 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 clap. Yep.
Hello, my name is Daria, and during the last years I was doing my own media project. Actually, one of the most visited lifestyle magazines in Belarus. But regardless of popularity, it was barely profitable. So I started to look for data-driven solutions to get wider audience, but I didn't find anything useful. So I decided to team up with the best Belarusian data scientists and to develop such product by my own. At this time, wow, it's not the same presentation, but okay. At this time I realized how big is the problem. Readers are completely fed up. It's extremely hard to compete with clickbait, fake news, filter bubbles, and to get any visibility on the internet, your content should be extremely readable and trendy. And we came up with Exponenta. It's an AI tool to predict virality. You upload your text and you get your virality score. We've analyzed more than 10,000 factors, and right now we understand much better what influences the popularity of the text. Our prediction model in February got 55% of accuracy, but right now it's more than 80% for certain media platforms. Our next step is to develop AI co-writer that will suggest real-time how to improve your publication and where to distribute it in order to get exponential traffic growth. We are pretty sure that will bring value to our clients because usually one additional 1,000 of views brings $1 additional of advertising revenue. Our business model is freemium. You got our virality prediction for free, but you should pay in order to unlock their recommendations. We have plenty of content optimization tools on the market, but none of them is dealing with virality prediction or recommendations before the text was published. There are plenty of technologies developed by BuzzFeed and Mashable. And the thing is, they're not going to make it available for the market because they use it for their inner purposes, for their own advertisers. We will democratize this technology, we will improve it, and make it available for any kind of content creator. We aim to become a standard tool for content creators in the era of attention economy. I'm a CEO and publisher with lots of contacts in the industry. My co-founders are both PhDs and professors. We have our own R&D department and international business team, and we're looking for seed and investor with media expertise. Thank you. Questions?
Two questions, actually. One of them, can you talk a little bit about your market size? And second, what's the status of your product? You have also already paying customers and so on.
Okay, so we target native advertising market. It's about 20 billion right now, and it's the fastest growing market in the whole advertising industry. And actually, this night, our data scientists didn't sleep, and we launched MVP. I can give you a secret link, and you can test our product with your own content.
So you can make changes to text and make it better. How do you do that, and what kind of changes are we talking about?
So right now, MVP is about prediction only, but we're working on recommendations. And we, as I mentioned, we have more than 10,000 factors, and it's quite complex math. And right now, we're working on translating this complex math into human language and into actionable insights to recommend content creators what to change. Yeah, but we will be able to do that. We work only with text in English right now. We're gonna approach visuals, images, and videos soon, and we're gonna add some different languages too.
So I'm hearing that you are now ahead of others in with this particular technology. What will it take for you to stay ahead of others, the bigger AI players, etc., going forward?
Well, as I mentioned, only BuzzFeed and Mashable are dealing with this problem, and they're developing such tool for their own platforms. BuzzFeed is developing for BuzzFeed, Mashable for Mashable. We're gonna analyze much bigger landscape of media platforms, and we're gonna accumulate data, and we're gonna build a technological gap in order to build a game-changing startup for media, and we'll match content creators with advertisers and platforms in an automated way, I think in a perspective of 1 year. That's it.
Okay, so thank you, Daria.
Thanks.
So time flies, really. Only 2 pitches left. Please welcome on stage Dima, the founder of Tvori.
Ну, Dima, давай. Hi, hello. I'm Dima from Tori. At Tori, we try to simplify 3D creation and animation. We started with a problem. Modern 3D editing software is super complicated. 3D Studio Max, Maya, Blender, Houdini, they're used by professionals, and they are not approachable for regular people. And so we believe that there are millions of people who want to create in 3D, want to animate, but they can't because they don't have tools for that. So we developed a new kind of 3D editing software where we use virtual reality with its immersion and new types of inputs where people can use their hands naturally to create and manipulate virtual objects. So we released our first alpha version on Steam. We sold over 600 copies, making around $1,000. It's not very impressive, but we're growing in terms of active users. And people create pretty cool stuff in Tvori. They make videos, photos, they share them on YouTube, video, and Facebook. And these slides were made in Tvori as well. So we are a team of two. We are technical, and we are solving our own problem. We made 23 projects related to virtual reality, including projects for Google and Unity. And so we've been bootstrapping Tvori for the last 15 months, and now are looking to raise our first round. And we have time to show the video. Yeah, so as you can see, we have these type of tools, and people can manipulate them using their hands. And here the process of animating a character. So people can set a pose to a character, then press record, and animate it in real time like a puppeteer. Environments were made at Tvori as well, from primitive objects. That's why we call ourselves Lego of 3D creation. So people can make scenes like that using just objects from the library, like play with lights and stuff. Yeah. And we'd love to answer some questions.
Thank you, Dima. Could you talk about the use cases of your product and who is your target market?
Yeah, this is a good question. So at first we interviewed directors, the best visual storytellers who are not artists themselves. So we imagined a scenario where a director can make his or her animatic or first version of her idea and then show it to her team, and they can then polish it up and make a WoW like the end product. So yeah, right now we target everyone who wants to create and animate, and then the next step would be to find those who love the product and who benefit the most, and go from there. And we would understand what is the market and the competitors, but for now it's like general audience who want to create, and then our focus is to find those who stick and benefit the most. Yeah.
I have two questions. One, you showed like the video and there was like a house in it.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how long it takes to build something like that in your...
Victor, we co-founded together at Tvori. So he made that house based on a reference from an artist who drew that house, and Victor made that from primitive objects in about 1 hour. So everything that you saw was made no longer than in 2-3 hours. So everything is kind of it's as you saw, created by sticking objects together like a Lego, basically.
And what is your business model moving forward?
Yeah, it's a great question. So right now we're selling alpha version, one-time purchase, but then we want to introduce people to subscription, and so around like 5% of our users can pay for the extensive tools. So subscription and selling ready objects in the marketplace and getting a fee. Yeah.
Do you have an estimate of the size of your market? That's the first question. The second one, what's the status of the product? You have already paying customers?
Yeah. So right now the market is tiny. We are we are creating this using virtual reality. So there are under 1 million users of virtual reality. And so the question was who are the customers? And so estimation is we don't know yet. And the customers, so we see that most of the users who came, who are not artists themselves, they just create fun stuff. And people who are professionals, they ask us to implement exporting, importing for their prototyping, for them to prototype their projects. So, most of the artists, they either
and it's time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now it's the last participant of Startup Battle Pitch Finals. So, welcome on stage, Kvir, CEO of Distribyte. A big round of applause.
Hi everyone, so my name is Kvir and I'm the CEO of Distribyte. I'm going to talk to you about cloud computing. Cloud computing was promised to be easing the development and deployment of new digital services. But it's a huge, huge false. 90% of a $3.7 trillion market expected much more. They expected to get a simple, faster execution, reliable service, zero maintenance. But what they actually get is a promise to have a cloud in a click that gets them full automation tools, that on top of it, they get orchestration tools, and that brings us to the 21st century cloud spaghetti, like back in the 80s. What it brings, it's a huge pain of finding good developers, DevOps guys. The cost of building a service, solution partners, take 5 times on any dollar that cloud provider charge you. Distribyte brings you a brand new cloud. Distribyte enables developers and companies to take any service that was developed to run locally on a laptop or on a server and just run it in the cloud in a cloud-native manner. You get a fully managed service that gives you elasticity out of the box, it gives you a high availability, and your service becomes globally distributed. We do it both for new digital services and both for migrating legacy, old, very complex platforms. It's a cross-industry pain, and one of the things that we went out to validate the market, we spoke with great companies like Amazon, Semperis, Cisco, VMware, and many, many more. One of them, for example, the general manager of VMware, it's the biggest virtualization company, said we are the first solution that bridges the gap between IT and developers. We have a kick-ass team. Everybody is from ex-Microsoft, ex-IBM. We developed distributed databases and distributed runtimes. We are backed by private angels and 500 startups. We spent some time in the Valley last year. So if you missed it, you've missed out on AWS or Google or Microsoft Azure. Don't miss it again and come talk to us. Thank you very much.
Can you please explain what is your estimate on the market size? And then do you have already paying customers or not?
Okay, so first of all, regarding customers, we are now launching it's a private beta. We are launching early developers, very niche segment of developers. Regarding the market, it's a huge market. It's hard to evaluate. It's a 3.7 trillion IT market. Nearly in the entire market, if you look at AWS, Google Cloud Platform, Amazon, Microsoft Azure, it's tremendously huge. Okay, it's hard to pinpoint the number. Okay.
I'll ask the same question as previously. What's your exit strategy?
Exit strategy. So for now, we have a proprietary technology that none of the big players have in the market. So I guess that in a few months here, maybe they'll have a decision like my previous speaker. But we see our growth potential is bigger than all of them together because we are cross cloud and we can also run on any data center anywhere in the world as a technology that it doesn't have any I forgot the word. So our growth potential is huge, and hopefully in 5-10 years we'll see a huge IPO.
5-10 years is a long, long time. Your opportunity window estimation?
Can you elaborate on the question?
How long is it before big boys will catch up with you?
They need to switch their entire architecture from the bare metal level. So it's very, very unique, and the last product that Google just published took them 8 years to bring to the market, like the Google Spanner, and it will take them a lot of time and investment and resources.
Well, you could cut it short for them.
Very short.
Once they start using it.
And if once of them will come out with a solution like us, they will all be knocking on our doors. And we have a strong IP on it.
Yeah, but using your solution, they will get there much, much faster.
Yes, of course.
So it's a, sword with two edges.
Okay.
And who is on your team? What does the team look like?
Basically, it's me doing BizDev, and we have 3 developers. That's the entire team for right now. So everybody's doing development, just me doing the BizDev and marketing.
And the time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes Startup Battles, the final round. Now we need to take a 10-minute break to process the votes from our jury. And later I will be back and I will announce who is the winner. And of course, it is Skunkly, no questions asked. Okay. This is the moment. Now it's time to announce the winners of Login Startup Fair Startup Battle powered by Triniti. And of course, I want to present to you managing partner of Triniti, Linas Sabalauskas. Linas, welcome on stage.
Very happy that on this beautiful day we have this fantastic startup battle. We are extremely proud at Triniti that we sponsored that. Everyone was fantastic here. All the pitches were great. You were great. And I hope this will be a huge success, as Donald Trump says it. So it's a huge success. And I don't want to stand behind this drama that will erupt now in giving the prizes. So let's start from the third place.
Okay, so guys, Skunkly didn't win actually. Oh my God. Okay, so let's start with the third place winners. 1,000 euros, as you can see. So it is Tellq. Welcome on stage. Damas, come on. Move your feet.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now you should take a picture. There you go. So, Damas.
Thank you everyone who supported us and understood our idea. And yeah, we are ready to scale.
Ooh, the tension is getting higher. The second place winners, the startup, LitNet. Come on, where's LitNet? Come on.
Hello.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Okay, a few more.
Well done.
Okay, I'm impressed that in this time people understood our model. I mean investors, because it's well understood by women 25 plus, but they mostly are not investors. So I am impressed. Thank you.
Congratulations. Wow, and now it's time to announce the main winner, the first place. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I can't believe it's Veleza, it's Veleza. Hey Montas, where are you? Oh, our beauty model. 3,000 euros.
Congratulations, congratulations. Here you are.
Thank you for your support. It was amazing days here, and well, actually, the main question, like most of investors are asking, what are you going to do with those money? I have an idea. We are going to buy 6,000 users, collect all the data from them, then turn it, sell it to brands. Then we are going to buy 20,000 users, and you get the idea. We are going to scale a lot, and we are going to be great. Thank you again, and it's amazing.
Yeah, let's take a picture.
Okay, so now we're moving towards the end. And now you know what I have to do. I have to say a lot of thank you to our sponsors. So thank you to Trustpilot, thank you to Triniti, thank you to UPS, Vilniaus miesto savivaldybė, Oric, IMI VC, Flanders Trade and Investment, Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, Telesoftas, Oberlo, European Commission, Vilniaus Tech Parkas, of course, for hosting us here, first time outside, and Startup.lt. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome all the organizers on stage who are the real muscle behind it all, behind the Login Startup Fair. So, guys, come on stage. Woohoo!
It's like nothing in this world ever seen. Sometimes the blues just a passing bird. And why can't that always be? Tossing aside.
Where are the volunteers? Volunteers, come on. You've been a big part of it too.
Have you the light over me?
There's so many of you, I can't believe it. So, let's take a picture, and guys, let's applaud. These guys haven't slept for 100 years. It's worth something, right? Okay, so thank you all very much. This has been a great journey. I'll see you next year.